Now I remember when we were little fellas in Big Barsway, they tell you not to go in the woods without putting bread in your pocket, afraid the take bread in the fairies to stay away from you. And if we were going away anywhere by ourselves, they'd make you take a little crumb of bread and put it down your pocket. But we used to laugh at it. We didn't believe anything then about the fairies.
But you did it though, did you?
Oh yeah, yes, we had to do it, sure. You had to do what they told you.
Did you ever told as well you'd turn your pockets inside out or take your coat off?
That's another thing, yeah. Yeah.
At home, they said if a man got lost in a field, you take your coat off and you get out of it again. How did your version go? Why would you turn your coat inside out?
I never did, I tell you the truth. Some people said it was unlucky to turn your coat or your stockings. Well, I often see the old people, if you were putting on your stockings,
yeah,
and you put on one and then put on the other one wrong side out, they'd make you take it off. They wouldn't allow you to go up to the door they say, bad luck.
Bad luck.
Yeah.
Were you ever told if you get up in the morning now and you put your t-shirt on inside out?
Take it off.
Take it off.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to go with back ways.
Yeah.
That's what you used to call it. You have a t-shirt on or your shirt on back ways.
And what was the thing about the fairies with your jacket inside out? What was that? What did you hear?
What was that? Yes, a jacket. But if you had... Now they never allowed you to go to the door with anything on wrong side out. Like this.
Yeah.
And the jacket and bread in it, in the pocket, and don't have it wrong side out.
Something like that.
They said if you put it on wrong side out and bread in it, the fairies to take you and take the coat. but I don't know if that was true.
Yeah. Did you ever hear of any stories of anyone being taken with the fairies?
There was a man in Ship's Cove, 3 miles from us. They were playing cards over there in the night time. But that time, there was no bathrooms or anything in the house, what they called outhouses. Mm-hmm. And this old man, he was pretty old, I think, and he got up and said he had to go out to the toilet. And God, they were waiting, and when they went out, he wasn't there. And they looked, and oh, by the Lord heavens. And everything then along in the area went looking for him the next day, and they found him up on a river, way up on the head of a river. He didn't know how he got there or anything, but they always said the fairies took him. They did.
And did you ever hear of any stories of a child being taken? Or a baby?
No, not in that area, no. But my mother and father one evening, they had a big garden, but they had it a good piece away from the house. And when they left home to go over to the garden, it was right out for the ocean. But when you go out to the middle, there's a big hill up there. And the father said, where's the youngsters to? And Mom says, I don't know. But when they went over there, but they weren't there too long, they were looking at the garden. And up on the hill, there was a nicest sound of music, and the laughing and getting on, the way they were getting on. And Father said to Mother, I thought, he said, Laura, you said the youngsters was over on the other side of the place. And she said, they are. And they always said that's what it was, fairies. But it had to be so there was no youngsters to go up there only for there was 4 or 5 of us, then we were way over on the other side of the place. And all them youngsters were home and we were playing over there. But that's what they always said, it's fairies. They said it was the nicest music and they all, but you couldn't make out what they couldn't make out what they were saying. Like you could hear me playing, they all talking and laughing.
You'd get that at home now, the same thing again.
Yeah.
There'd be spots. Were you ever told as well there'd be a spot where you wouldn't go cut a stick? Be bad luck. He said the sticks wouldn't burn, or you weren't meant to go there.
They thought me heard father and them saying about that, yeah. Well, you couldn't cut a stick of wood there, don't cut a stick of wood there, or a stick of wood there. It'll never dry out and you'll never have any luck with it.
Yeah.
So it must be something had to do with the fairies or something.
Did you ever hear of anyone who didn't meddle with something that they weren't supposed to meddle with and they get bad luck? Cow will die or...
Yes, often heard my father saying, they always use it, don't curse on top of anything or anybody, you'll always have bad luck for it. He said you'll never have any good luck again. Like if you curse on this thing or that thing or curse on another person.
You get no luck.
No, you don't look for it. That's what they believed in.
Did you ever see your mother and them doing it on All Souls Night? Did they believe that the dead came back that night? Do you have that story?
Yeah, I remember Mum said that, don't go out tonight, this is All Souls Night. And we used to say to her, why? She said, honey, the souls may be around. So we were so young, we didn't even know what a soul was.
They said that the day is for the living and the night is for the dead. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's live and the day for the living, night for the dead, yeah. They said the ghosts to come back, the people to come back in the night time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't come to die.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
My mother wouldn't. Yeah, we always put a candle in the window on All Souls Night. That's what they did in Ireland. A lot of people did. And they felt that the souls came back. One thing that my mother said they grew up with as well, you'd never throw out water on All Souls Night, dishwater.
No, that's another thing. That's right. I meant to say that, the dishwasher. They say never throw out water on All Souls Night. They would. We wouldn't either. We'd probably go up if we threw it, go up and get under the bed or something.
Were you told it come back in your face?
Yeah.
Did you use that term, come back in your face?
Come back in your face, yeah.
You'd wet the souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.